After school, I started some corporate job, but I didn't really fit in. I was a SAP consultant. I had a moment when I really got sick of the job. I had to quit it. I got another job, and I promised to myself it will be 12 months and I will exit that kind of profession. My name is Thomas Joseph, also known as Transylvanian racer. I'm 30 years old, living in Russia, Romania, and I enjoy building bikes. My father owns a restoration shop where I was always active during summers. So since my childhood I was playing and fooling around cars and bikes. I always enjoyed enduro bikes. I started with some small dirt bikes. I started building custom bikes. Transylvanian racer came from cafe racers. Then I went more into restorations. Did a few restorations, but since I always enjoyed enduro bikes, I easily came into the vintage enduro world. And now here I am. We have a lot of ongoing projects, vintage enduro bikes. These are some of my projects: cafe racers, bobbers, scramblers, also this Porsche. I did it together with my father some time ago for a friend of ours, and we are also doing cars. I also enjoy four wheels a lot, so I also have some four-wheeled projects. I recently did a Panda 4x4. I just came across the car and had to buy it, and it turned out really nice. No, I really didn't know I can do this for a living. It just started like a pause from everything. I had some projects in my mind that I wanted to build, and I just started to do my projects. People enjoyed them really much, and everything went naturally after that. My first project was a Ducati Monster S2R. I made a cafe racer out of it, and the next one was a Gixxer 1100, really fast bike. I wanted to build the fastest cafe racer in Romania, and I did, but the bike was kind of frightening, so I got rid of it pretty fast. Probably I would change some things on the technical side, but I liked the design and the drawings I did back then. It's a book about racing motorcycles, very technical, showing you a lot of details, a lot of no-goes. Yeah, it's like a race bike Bible from the 90s, 2000s. Oh, I got it from a friend who's also building bikes, but he's building bikes like 100 years old. And I was daily driving these cafe racers. Once I drove my Ducati to the Black Sea and back, I almost got hernia. I was in the emergency room because of the position, the ergonomics of the bike. And I started to get into more reliable and maybe more up-sitting position bikes.
More natural.
Yeah, more natural position. That's when I got my first Tenere from a friend. After the restoration and riding this Tenere a lot, I still ride it. I got another one, and I enjoy. They are bikes you can ride every day. So you can also have a daily driver, you can also have an adventure bike, but you can also ride a piece of history at the same time. I like the shapes, the colors, the simpleness, and the sound of the big thumpers. One of my favorite bikes is the bike behind me. It's a YT 465 Yamaha, big two-stroke. I enjoy it very much. Until now everything is cleaned, greased, I had some screws restored. The engine has a new piston in it. Some parts are powder coated, and what's to do now is just to put it back together. I have all the parts waiting. A few more days and it should be running. It's actually the engine from a YZ 465, but tuned to be more torquey and with less horsepower. And it feels amazing in the terrain when you take it out. You can really compare it to somehow to a modern bike, how it feels like, the long travel, the suspension, power at low RPMs. Yeah, it's named cantilever suspension. Yamaha used it on a few bikes. Let me show you the shock. I think it has over 80 centimeters length. This is
it's as long as the bike.
It also has this gas container, and if you look closely, everything is written in it's also English, but also Japanese. No, you couldn't get this bike in Europe. I think only US, Canada, and maybe Australia, but I'm not sure. Yeah, two-stroke 465. Without power valve.
That's the exhaust, right?
Yeah, this is a racing exhaust, also from the 80s. Pretty good condition. Right now, I'm working on this YT. That's my priority right now. I have to finish it. After that, I have my rally replica Teneres. I also have a XT500, which I want to rebuild, but it's gonna be a custom bike. Enduro motocross bike, to say.
You did say something about this picture, because it looks like it was nice and bright in the summer with people having fun on the beach.
Yes, but actually it was taken in January by the Black Sea. Freezing cold, but we got some nice shots. One of the biggest challenges and what I would like to do is build a Dakar replica bike, like in the race specs. I would like a Yamaha or maybe an Airhead. I also enjoy the old BMW bikes. These are some old helmets I used to use. Also some old tanks, like this BMW tank, some old road books from rally. Also an old road book holder. So when I finish my Teneres project, I will definitely race it sometime. I tend to ride them a lot. We also have a project called Rust and Dust. We are building a community of vintage enduro enthusiasts and adventure enthusiasts, where we are riding the bikes a lot off-road. They are built to be ridden. Maybe for 1 year they get a trial period when they are washed often and look shiny. I also had one in my living room. But just like this one behind me, this will be raced in summer in the vintage enduro championship in Germany.
It looks like, when you first look at it, it looks like complete bike.
Engine has been rebuilt. Suspension wheels are new, so it should fire up directly. Yeah, I still have to do the lights, the windshield, and probably some fine-tuning. Biggest satisfaction about all of this is starting the bike after you finish it and taking it out for a ride. Sometimes I had like deadlines to finish a bike 1 day before the trip, and then you're checking everything on the go and on the road. like I did with the old Honda. I had to tension the cam chain on the road or check oil. I never did an oil change on the road, but a lot of bigger things than that, yeah. It can get kind of hard to get the parts, so I'm searching all over the internet and getting parts from all over the world. I tend to be more on the resto mode side. I enjoy having all the upgrades a bike could have, performance parts and other bits. I think 2 years ago I had more than 10 bikes and 3 cars. Now it's a smaller count, I think. Two cars, 2 old cars and 5 bikes maybe. About the Rust and Dust project, the community started to grow. We did a lot of road trips this year. We are also planning some trips for next year. I think about an event, maybe small festival, apparel, merchandise. So we have a lot going on. It's about adventure lifestyle. We are promoting this culture of adventures. Doesn't matter if it's a new enduro bike, old enduro bike, if you have a old SUV or a custom truck, everybody's welcome. Right now we are on Instagram, so Rust and Dust on Instagram or Transylvanian Racer, my personal page, where I post about all my projects and things I do.